Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Don't let others track what you do. Keep yourself safe at expressvpn.com/watchchad. Hey, it's party time, Mom. How about a little good news from Studio 22? That's what we're going to get in today from the mothership. We're quarantined here. It is the quarantine crew. Oh, it's just us. Did you see the video, Hot News Natalie, the other day on Merle Haggard's birthday where they were passing like the whiskey bottle down? They'd slide it down the bar. And it was like our buddies from Texas music scene. There was Adam Hood. There was Jason Eady. There was Cody Canada. There was Josh Abbott. No, it wasn't Josh Abbott. I'm sorry. There was Randy Rogers. There was Wade Bowen. There were all these different folks. And they just slide the bottle down, and they would take a drink and then pass it down. And so they were quarantining, but they were all having a drink for Merle Haggard's birthday. Did you see it, Steve?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that?
We missed out.
I missed it?
No, we're going to do one. I'm glad y'all haven't seen it because we're going to do one with our crew. How about that?
I
we'll
want to
get
see it.
Mark and Candace, the people that don't drink alcohol. But
Yeah,
even Adam
me.
Hood, Adam hasn't drank in a year, so he had a sippy cup because they got the baby. But yeah, so we'll do it. That'll be no fun. That'll be no fun with
I did a
Candace and Mark.
FaceTime shot with Aaron Copeland, country singer, the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
special.
thought that
That's
was
safe.
sweet.
Well, I mean, you're drinking the whiskey. I'm in the mood to drink at this point. And you don't drink.
I don't drink.
You don't drink.
Mm-mm.
Like, you ever get tempted to drink?
No.
A little bit?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to need rehab after this thing's
I do
over
like a
with.
buttery nipple, though.
Who doesn't like a buttery nipple?
Like a real? Well, okay,
It's just like
anyway.
candy.
Party Foul Steve came over the other day. It was National Beer Day. We had a couple of non-beers, Mick Ultras. I don't know that. But, I mean, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm not a
worked.
beer guy.
Mm.
Not a beer guy. But that whiskey behind you is looking really good. Haven't had any of that since October. Oh!
Ish.
Ah!
Ish.
Candace, now you the other day, you had a post on, I believe it was Instagram, where you were talking about the to-go alcohol stuff. And you're not a big drinker either. Were you partaking?
No, I was just celebrating my governor, Greg Abbott.
Yeah, who had the takeout deal.
Yeah, who
Steve,
should
do you think
declare
they'll
king of the universe.
Candace, you think they'll continue that on?
They should. Like, if we act really good, if Texans behave, I think we should let us keep one thing.
It's like if your curfew ever gets bumped up to 12:30 and you start obeying that and you start getting home at like 12:25, your parents will be like, okay, we can leave it there.
Yeah.
A reward.
Same concept.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, and I know that a lot of these places are serving like gallon jugs of margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge I'm not a huge margarita person because it gives me the heartburns.
The plurals.
I'm getting old, Natalie.
Some of these restaurants have their margarita mix or whatever they use like mastered. So there's certain places.
Mi cocina.
Some places, who was telling me the other day, they said it is strong. They're making it strong. Like lots of tequila in there. Getting rid of the cheap stuff. But I have discovered, like back in 2008, 2009, when the recession hit, especially in 2009, I had a company that I used to call on when I was sales manager with Grainger, and they manufactured bar equipment like the taps and stuff like that, the metal stuff and their business skyrocketed because that's one thing people are going to do in a depression or recession. They're going to drink, right? They're going to drink. And I was surprised when I saw Candace post that the other day. I was like, look at Candace. Well, she growing on up. Anyway, sitting in the hot seat today, CJ LaRose, Deplorable Choir. Welcome back. My video wife.
That's me.
We stirred up the Hornets today. The other day.
It turns out I'm a really good actress.
Are you really pregnant?
Yep.
We're going to get into the making of the video Quarantine Life, but I want to share some good news with you today about stuff going on with the coronavirus, things that are going to encourage you and kind of restore your faith in humanity. We'll get into that as we go along. And, of course, I got to get your opinion on so many things, corona.
Oh, goodness.
It's scary, huh?
I didn't prepare for this.
I know you didn't. That's why I like
I have
putting you on
no
the spot.
opinions. Not known for
we
those.
apparently get sued for opinions these days. That's what I'm hearing. Hey, folks, with all the uncertainty in the world, feeling safe at home has never been more important. It's why I want to talk to you about one of my favorite companies, Simply Safe Home Security. They're longtime friends of the Chad Prather Show, and for good reason. Simply Safe has made it easy to finally get comprehensive protection for your home. There's no technician or salesperson that needs to come and disrupt your house. You don't even need to pay for any outrageous monthly fees or sign a 2-year contract. You just order online, set it up yourself in under an hour, and your home is protected 24/7 with emergency dispatch for break-ins, fire, and more, all for just 50 cents a day. And we're not the only fans of Simply Safe. U.S. News and World Report named Simply Safe the best overall home security of 2020. So right now, when you head to simplysafe.com/watchchad, my listeners will get free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial. That's simplysafe.com/watchchad to make sure they know that our show sent you. Now, go to Simply Safe, S-I-M-P-L-I, safe, simplysafe.com/watch Chad, and I promise you are going to be satisfied. And everybody at Simply Safe sends a special message saying, hey, they wish you safety and good health. We'll be right back. Chopping out a lay, chopping out a lay,
Chopping broccoli.
chopping broccoli.
It's good. It's a strong
Don't
start.
have a good time. Tens of thousands of people are dying around the globe.
Right.
Do not enjoy yourself at
Right.
all.
Every single day.
That's the thing. That's what I'm being told.
7,000 people around the world will die in this 44 minutes of this program around the world.
Man,
Really?
that's crazy. You've been out looking at
Every hour.
statistics, numbers.
I always
Steve's
look
a
at
numbers guy.
I'm a numbers guy.
And how many have died of corona at this point?
Oh,
8, 9.
yeah, exactly. Just
At
a couple.
least.
And they're not dying of it. They're dying with it.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Baby born at 22 weeks dies with corona. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I'm going to tell you, listen, we all deal with this kind of stress, and it's put stress on everybody differently. Don't persecute me for trying to find humor. That's how I deal with it.
Yeah.
And so everybody deals differently. I'm not going to judge you for how you deal with it. Just because we all make and crack jokes doesn't mean that we don't have a heart.
Yeah.
We're just trying to deal with it in our own way.
I tried to deal with it with hugging, and she wouldn't let me hug her this morning.
Social distancing.
She's like, stay away. Don't touch me.
Exactly.
Ever. Again.
Well, I got my shamog.
Yep.
I'm covered. I'm safe right here. I got it. CJ, that's what we try to do in quarantine life.
I know.
That's what we try to do. Just have a good time.
Well, I mean, if corona doesn't kill you, stress will. So, I mean, it's like ironic right now that everybody's freaking out about, potentially dying, but they're actually suppressing their immune system by being so, stiff.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh.
You got to
It
laugh.
will protect you against corona.
You got to
It's
sleep.
a fact.
It's true.
I mean, you're gonna die of a heart attack if you, get too wound up. So, we're trying to bring them laughter.
That's what we're trying to do.
But my God, we brought some people some anger, I guess.
I guess. They care.
Whatever.
CJ. They care so hard.
They're worried about our marriages. I can assure you my husband loves this. Right?
Yeah, so does my wife. It was funny because 99.9% of the folks out there, they love the song Quarantine Life.
Yeah.
They love the song. It's an earworm. It gets in there and you can't not hear it.
Yeah.
And it sticks with people. And then we went out and did the video, and there was only one way to do it.
Yeah, it's a song, like, I don't want to say the word can I say
It's a sex song.
Yeah, so what were you going to like?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about sex in the home.
Y'all should have had a board between y'all in the bed.
Well, where were you
We had
when
a
we were
Sean.
filming it for that?
I know.
Sean wasn't
We had a
between
black
us.
man between us.
Look, there was only 3 people there. If you had been there, we might have thought of something different, but we went with what we had, and
Yeah.
I think it's so funny and
It's
cute.
cute and it's
super
fun.
cute.
And I know what it was. I got to talk to Don today. That's why I set the
I was
alarm.
like, who's Dawn?
I got to talk to Don in Nashville. That's why the alarm was set.
And the alarm did not go off in my head right there when you said that.
And that's, in an hour. So we got time.
No idea what
so
that meant.
that was the thing, because we were there and we were like, okay, we got to come up with a video for this thing, because we'd already shot some stuff and we didn't like it, and was like the ideas. And then finally you came up with the idea. You said, I got this app on my phone called Video Star.
I'm always correct. Our video was way better than the other thing we shot.
It was.
It tells a story.
Right.
And what did we encourage? How many people you think watched that and went and had sex?
Did you? Not because of it.
I mean, yeah.
I was
Y'all
gonna
just had
say
sex.
I did have sex after I watched it. Not with Natalie, but I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I've been fighting with my husband a lot. People actually are ready to divorce. There's a lot of people. I mean, out of China, there's more divorces than ever right now. I'm
Really?
sure in America, people are getting sick of their spouses. So hopefully, I hope they watched that and went, maybe we should turn this ship around and drink a few beers and get a little crazy.
But that is true. Our deal was stay home. The ultimate message was stay home. Quarantine life, put yourself there, stay home. You're with the people that you supposedly love the most and want to kill the most. And you're having to rekindle that relationship.
Love or hate is just like love dialed up,
Yeah.
So we're just saying dial it back down, get back to the basics, make some babies. We want to fill the hospital with a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm all about inspiration.
And I have to give a shout out to Derek Morse, my good buddy, Rednecks with Paychecks, and Brittany Ball. Their baby was born yesterday. God bless them. 8.5 pounds of lots of love, little girl. It's going to change Derek's life. Woo, going to wrap around his little finger, boy. Going to wrap him around her little finger. Beautiful little baby. So congratulations to my boys and girls out there. God bless you. But that's the thing. You're right. Because so I want to get into it because, like, again, 99% of the people love the song. They love the video.
Yeah.
But some of you who aren't satisfied to be offended enough for yourself decided to be offended for other people. Where's your wife, Chad? Well, you're currently enjoying the video.
Well, and I feel like my husband should be offended because absolutely no one was worried about him. No, everyone's like, "Where's Jade? Where's Jade?" And Derek's like, "Did they not care that you're jumping around?"
Yeah.
But there's a reason that you were humping the mattress.
Right.
It's because I wouldn't get in bed.
You
with
would get bed. And we weren't trying to get you in the bed. Like, every now and then Sean would come up with ideas and he'd say, well, let's do this. And I'd say, we're not doing that. We can't do that.
Sean
That's too
wanted
much.
me under the covers going like this with my hands. And what'd I say?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you said no. I said no.
Yeah.
Christian family. I got 3 kids. They can't see that. I'm not an actress, but I acted, right?
How dare you? And you're a Christian. Well, I said, well,
as they sit there and judge you,
yeah.
Did y'all really get persecuted for this? I feel like
they got hammered pretty good a couple of times.
just so
we
y'all
did.
know,
It's because people care so much.
Yeah, but the kind of person I am, I'm like, let's fan that flame. Whatever. I don't like it when people have the opinions about my life, so I go after them.
Yeah. Well, we responded. And I did think that was funny because a lot of times I think people who follow me don't realize that you are a part of a very successful thing called the Deplorable Choir. You've sort of been out there. You're a pretty public figure.
Yes, and that brings me to another point. My sister was at first when we recorded this mad, and I was like, Lindsay, what would that look like if Chad has 2 women? I was like, that's not appropriate.
It would have been top of the charts in Utah. It would have been fantastic. They would have loved it.
We're polygamists. Is that what it is?
Hey, Mormon Radio, we got a new hit song for you with Chad and Lindsay and CJ and Mary and Susan. It's one big family affair right here on MORM FM. Morm FM.
No.
Yeah.
I might be acting like I'm irritated right now when I'm talking because you're just talking about the few comments, but most people like it.
So very few.
It's so very few. And for everybody that is wondering, I'm happily married. I have 3 kids.
For now,
There's
we'll
not
see.
going to be another one. I might have a corona baby, but that's like actually the beer gut that's going to come from quarantine.
Then there are the comments of the people that thought she was Jade.
Oh, yeah.
So those are, to me, those are funnier.
We make a cute couple, CJ. We make a really
Jade
cute
is
couple.
so fun and cute. I'm like, yeah. Did you miss
Where
that?
is your wife? I said, well, she's currently upstairs. So somebody said to me yesterday, they said, where's your wife? And I said, well, I'm sitting next to her. Is there something I need to ask her?
right.
We're just having fun with you guys. And people get so sensitive to the whole thing. But it's a fun song.
But you are a comedian. You are an actor. That is. I mean, you really are an actor. I think people forget that
They do. And
There's
they
acting.
forget that I have a history of that. They forget that I have a history in television and doing a lot
You
of
have
stuff
a history
on
of
stage.
a lot. Let's be
A lot
real.
of stuff. And people just know what they know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a guy who did a video in his truck one time, and so I guess that's what you are now. Well, no, it's just we're just doing what I've done.
No, you're stuck doing truck videos for life.
For life. That's all you can ever do. And I love it when people say, well, we just wish you'd get back in the truck and get out of the studio. Well, see, I still have a job. There's this thing called eating, and you can look at me and tell I enjoy doing it. So I have to do the job. I never made any money sitting in the truck with the dog. And by the way, the dog only came around 2 years ago. I love how people think that I've always done it with the dog.
Yeah.
So you never, I mean, things get lonely around the house.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liberals, y'all will come up with that legislation here pretty soon.
Polygamy and
You can love
bestiality
who you
now.
want to love. What?
Nothing. I said something to myself.
Oh, okay. But there's so much fun. And somebody posted the other day, they said, we really want to see the outtakes to this. And there were none.
No, we just got an app. You go scene by scene, but I don't want to tell any. You already told him, but you just go scene by scene and you make a cute little video.
Cute little music video.
We need to make a follow up to and call it "Casualty of Quarantine."
Okay.
Like I'm a casualty, or we are a casualty of quarantine. Like it's like the breakup song.
You've been thinking about this.
I wrote 3 songs yesterday. It's one of them.
You are my muse. I've been telling people CJ is my muse. I was on the phone yesterday with LA and Nashville, and I said, I am inspired more than ever because of CJ. And the music just flows off of you. It's just like, boom, there it is.
I send him voice memos.
Yeah, and you are country as a mule's ass. But let me tell you, for the new song, for the skinny dipping song, they've both agreed to skinny dip.
Guys,
And they're not married, people.
this is going to be great.
Yeah.
They both have spouses, but
But
they've
they're going to
agreed
skinny dip together because it's acting.
That's right. That's what I told my wife.
Steve's going to put a
It's all
sock
acting.
on his. Isn't that what they do in the movies? They put a sock on your
We're
thing.
gonna put an extra large tube sock, extra large,
I
extra
have one
extra
that's
large
like
tube
goes up
sock.
to here for you, like a knee sock.
But also, true story, I like skinny dipping.
Well, who doesn't?
It's great.
You know what? We should all skinny dip, and then that way nobody can be like, "Oh, you two were skinny dipping, and y'all have."
That's
It's like,
right.
that
Just
was
make
an
a big
orgy.
party
Oh.
of skinny dipping.
Not
Yeah.
say that word on here.
Wait a
Joseph
second to the
will be there.
whole next level, Siege.
Joseph, my
mind.
husband will be there with us. We'll have him skinny dipping in no
Of
time.
course.
It's going to be fun.
Of
I think that's
course.
so great. People won't know how to handle it.
But I have a big butt, so I think it'll be a perfect turtle.
No, we're gonna edit it with cartoon hearts. Like you'll have little
you're
hearts
gonna,
over
you're gonna
our
have to get a big
bow
heart.
honeys.
It's a big butt.
Hey, guess what's in that song? It says headlights.
Yes.
For this.
2 moons and headlights. It's a fun song. It's
It
a fun
sounds like
song.
it.
I'm gonna start getting him in trouble. He's
Which-
like, don't write with that girl anymore.
No, which reminds me, we got to work on that song this afternoon because that is a good song. We need to get that thing done
Which
quickly.
one?
The 2 moons and headlights.
Yeah, it's done.
Your turtle
Yeah.
song.
It's a finished song.
It's not finished.
We'll get
There's
it.
a couple of lines I don't like still.
We'll fix them.
We'll fix them. But I don't like them yet.
Like
but I like
Chad.
the chorus. It's catchy. I've been listening to it, and I like it.
It's
so
great.
you got to stay tuned. But you know what? We're going to go out of business if you don't go download Quarantine Life.
Yep.
And I mean, you got to get it where songs are offered. Spotify, iTunes, all the good stuff.
You got to remember that artists lost their shows, and so this is the way. If you want them to continue doing it, you got to support them, right?
Yeah.
Go buy it. Go buy all his stuff
Yeah. Or you can send me $1 at Venmo.
and buy a shirt.
Chad Prather 22. Just $1. We take virtual tips. I donate that stuff to charity. Yesterday, the other day we were talking about that on Facebook Live, and I said, if you send me we're going to donate it to charity. What charity? The one I want.
yeah.
The one I want. Because if I tell you what charity in this situation, people are going to start saying, we don't like that charity.
Yeah.
My middle name is Charity. I'm changing it legally.
Stephen Charity Powell.
Yep.
You are a charity case. It will probably go to Party Foul Steve. Pretty much everything goes to Party Foul Steve. And I mean, we make, 9 cents per song every time somebody buys it?
No.
About 9 cents.
Don't you make
9
99 cents?
Nah, about 9 cents.
No, you don't.
Yeah, about 8 cents.
Really?
For a 99-cent song, you make about 9 cents.
Nah,
Who
you
else
make
makes
more.
the rest of that?
iTunes.
iTunes.
Nah, we'll be okay because we're the songwriters. We're the songwriters.
It is
So
good to be the songwriter.
we have
I'm going to
the
go
credit.
research this.
You make
And
a little
then
bit more
I'm
than
gonna
that, but
go
you
to
don't make
DC
much.
and I'm going to change legislation. 'Cause
Yeah.
That sounds wrong.
There's a lot of starving musicians out there, and that's why. Because people think that, but that's why the deal is you got to be the songwriter. So you take Kenny Chesney. Let's just use Kenny as an example. Kenny doesn't write 90% of his own music. He's written some songs, but they have to tour and they have to make money. So ticket sales and merchandise sales. That's where artists make their money, unless you're the songwriter. That's why Chris Stapleton made millions before anybody knew who Chris Stapleton was. Hey, listen, it's shocking that your home can be stolen this easily. And yes, it can happen right now in the middle. In fact, you may be more in danger right now in the middle of all of this virus stuff that's going on. People have learned that brutal lesson the hard way when thieves find the title to their home online and then they forge the document to appear that you've sold your home, but you haven't. Then they're going to borrow thousands of dollars against your home's equity. You don't even know that you're a victim until foreclosure notices start arriving and an eviction notice. You can spend a fortune trying to get your home back, and the crime is called home title fraud, and the FBI calls it one of the fastest growing crimes in the world today. My advice for avoiding a possible nightmare is to follow my lead and protect your home with Home Title Lock. And no, neither your homeowner's insurance nor your bank protects you from these kind of things. So for pennies a day, Home Title Lock does first things first. Home Title Lock is going to take care of every, but first things first, I want you to find out if you're already a victim. That's a big deal. And you can do that right now by going to Home Title Lock and registering your home at HomeTitleLock.com and enter Chad for a month of free protection. They're going to tell you right now if you're already a victim, and you might be shocked at what you find. But sign up with them, HomeTitleLock.com, enter promo code Chad, get a month free. Be right back. Hey, welcome back. Cops have announced that the coronavirus curfew, we don't have a curfew here per se. This is Texas, by God. But where is this at, Candace? This is in...
So it was over a lot of different states.
A lot of places they're using, from the movie The Purge, they're using that as the siren. Play it for them.
Why did that turn down there?
That's great right there. If you've ever seen the movie The Purge, that's basically when everything shuts down and everybody can go out and do some killing.
That curfew that's bullshit.
We have a curfew in Montgomery County.
Do you?
Midnight to 5 a.m.
No, I don't agree with that at all. If I want to go get my car and drive around at midnight, that's my business.
You got a nanny state now, so
Yeah, it's like
I don't believe in it.
BS. I don't like it.
I said it on yesterday's program, and it's the truth. If you think China's not sitting back taking notes, they know how to play the long game, and they are our enemies, folks. And they're sitting there, they're watching how we react to everything. And they say, oh, okay, you'll give up rights. You'll give up rights. You'll not do your nails no more. So that is the only bad news we'll get into. There's some good things going on. Look at Natalie's nails.
But they were right. These nails are rough.
Did you take my 22 kill ring?
No.
Somebody
I have
did
my
it.
own.
It was right
I'm
there.
gonna find
Mark,
out
did you
what
take
everybody
it?
looks like.
Candace, you take it?
And
I
find
know
out
the
what
truth is about
everybody
to come
looks
out,
like.
girl.
Now I'll have Dan Lombardo calling me saying, where's your ring?
Where's your ring?
It was right
You
there.
had it
Sitting
on
right
Monday.
here. Hang on. Look.
Is that on the floor right there beside your table?
What's on the floor beside my table, Steve?
I don't know. I was just asking, is that it?
You don't even see anything, and you're
I
just
know,
talking
but-
about it. You're such a douche. You're such a douchebag, Steve.
was there. If it
You're
would've
like
been there,
that Dirty John on the Dirty John show.
I haven't seen that yet.
You're Dirty John.
That's not a compliment.
New York City landlord. He waived the rent for 200 tenants and amid the coronavirus pandemic. So he owns 80 apartments in the Williamsburg neighborhood. And if they couldn't make, he said, don't worry if you're unable to make rent for the month of April. And he did it, which is great if you own the building and you can afford to do that.
If you've owned that building and you've been overcharging for 30 years, you can give somebody a slack once.
Yeah, Steve always knows how to make it negative. The thing is, if you go to Luke chapter 15, by the way, we're having church service, 10 a.m. Texas time. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go Facebook Live. We're having church service. And this Sunday morning for Easter Sunday. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You can smirk all you want, Candace. I'm going to enlighten folks. I'm going to tell them the gospel. If you go to Luke chapter 15, and you start around verse 28, it talks about how the prodigal son had come home from the far country, and they're having a party. And the older brother wouldn't go in. And so the father goes out and says, why don't you come into the party? And he says, hey, you never thrown a party for me, and I never left. And he said, but your son, he took your property and went to the far country, and he spent it all, squandered it, and spent it on prostitutes and all that. What's interesting to me is nowhere in that parable did Jesus say that he had spent any money on prostitutes, which is very revealing. What it says is that's exactly what the older brother would have done had he been in the younger brother's shoes. If he'd had the money in the far country, he'd have gone out and got him some hoes. Okay? It reveals his heart. If you will just listen, remember what we've said, Natalie, the issue is never the issue. If you just listen long enough, you will learn that people are revealing their hearts. Steve is the king capital of that right there. If you listen to Steve long enough, when he says, if you have owned an apartment and you've been overcharging people for 30 years, that right there tells you what Steve would be if he was a landlord.
No, that just tells you I've been overcharged for rent for a while, so.
You would do it.
I do have a confession. I'd be a little butthurt too if, he threw a party for somebody who totally rebelled and left. I'm just saying, I'm just being human. I would have been a little butthurt too.
And that was why he told the story.
Yeah.
Because we're all butthurt. Because we look at it and we say, well, that's not fair.
Right.
And nothing is fair. Life isn't fair. And that's the whole deal. Because what the father said to the older brother is he said, look, man, he said, you've had it all along.
Yeah.
You've lived consistently in luxury. We're just throwing one party for him because, hey, he was technically dead to me and now he's come back. So let's have a party. Let's celebrate. What, Steve?
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Doesn't matter.
CJ, do you have an opinion on this? I mean, you're the one who got in bed with a strange man.
True.
I'm the one that needs to come to Jesus. Huh?
You let a man slap your butt. Really didn't slap your butt. It was kind of a...
I'm the prodigal
wife. It
wife.
looks that way
I'm
on the
the
deal. I
daughter.
kind of hit you on top of the waist there.
Yeah, you didn't get my butt.
Because where I rose up high, but I made it look good.
I don't have a butt to get, so.
Oh, no, I didn't hit it.
I got you covered.
Oh.
Honestly, I forgot the point of the story, but.
It doesn't matter. Jesus. Jesus, it's all about Jesus. You need to find some Jesus in your life.
I'm right
10
now
a.m.
looking
Sunday,
for
girl.
redemption, so.
Pastor Chad,
That's
leading
right.
the way, leading the
I'll
sheep.
be tuning in.
Sheep.
You know what I ordered on Amazon the other day? A new book. You know who wrote it? The Deplorable Choir.
Oh, gosh.
I did.
That's so embarrassing.
Why?
I don't know. I could have given you one for free.
No, I wanted to buy it. I like to support you guys.
And you know what? Speaking of God, we talk about him in there. So.
Yeah. Oh, God. He's a good old God.
We missed Luke 15. Is it Luke 15?
Luke 15.
Yes. It's about defending your country.
That's right.
Finding your
What's the
voice.
name of it?
Home of the brave.
Home of the Brave. It's
Yeah.
got y'all's cute faces on there.
It's like our Bible study for patriotism.
I love it, man. So get it. It delivers, I think, May 6th. Isn't that right?
May 7th.
May 7th? All right.
May
You
5th.
shrug your shoulders like you don't know.
I don't.
You know, they postponed the...
It might.
You got to stop letting me care more about your career than you do, CJ, at this
Listen,
stage
I
in the
just
game.
show up and smile. I'm good at it.
Yeah, you are good at it. They postponed the Tokyo Olympics, right? They're going to do it July of 2021. Normally, this is also Masters Week in Augusta, Georgia, my hometown. They postponed that till November.
Which they should have done that. That's golf. They could have done that without an audience, without a crowd, and still played it for TV. I mean, people
Drove
are
their own carts.
their own carts. There's very few people on the golf
Well, they
course
don't use
actually
carts
playing.
in professional
Oh, that's
golf.
right. They don't.
But they
So
don't use
they walk
carts, but they do
everywhere.
have a caddy, and so you have to be close to people. Then you have TV people. They just
Camera
can't do it.
crews.
They
Even
can't
in
do it.
all that.
even
They
in
could have done
places
it.
But do
with-
you realize how much money that brings in? You're talking about $150 million in 1 week that comes into the city of Augusta from that. So
it's about
yeah,
the
they
money.
postponed it.
It's about the money. I got you.
It's about it's all about the money.
UFC's still going on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You know
you know,
what?
if two guys want to
Isn't
get
that
in there
who
and bleed on
owns
each
that?
other,
So
go
I
for
own
it.
my own island. We're going to do it there.
What'd you say, Siege?
Nothing.
Okay. But because they postponed the deal, food that was meant for the Olympic athletes has now been donated to Colorado food banks. And with as much weed as they smoke in Colorado,
They're going to need all that McDonald's.
They're hungry.
They need the snacks, man. About $125,000 worth of food weighing around 1 ton This sounds like Tiger King to me. Like we're going to give away the day-old meat from Walmart. Y'all come on in. We're going to have us a party. Y'all eat this stuff. We're going to say a little prayer for it. We're going to need to
Walmart meat pizza.
it's been sitting in a dumpster for 3 days, but now I want y'all to eat it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you sound like him.
They're going to be donated to food banks, 31 counties, southern Colorado. They're talking about southern Colorado. It made me think back about Utah. Probably pissed the Mormons off. I love y'all. We have to work with a lot of them. Well, it's true, we do. Everybody knows Glenn Beck's a Mormon. Respect. He's only got one wife.
I've never seen him ride around on a bicycle.
You haven't seen him in his onesie?
Nope.
No. I don't know that he ever did the bicycle
Never
thing.
seen him with a backpack?
He doesn't have his little elder badge on?
Haven't seen it.
No. I think Glenn did it different. I don't know. Candace, find out. Find out.
I'll get right on that.
Okay.
Start researching.
Find out.
Thank
I
you.
want to find out how Glenn did Mormonism. We'll ask Pat Gray. An investigative study. We'll ask Pat Gray. He'll know. Anyway, relax, people. It's a joke. CJ don't even know what we're talking about. This
No.
We'll get on the Baptist in a minute, so just hang in there.
we get on there. Let's talk about nudists. Let's talk about the nudists. So the police have warned the nudists, suns out, buns out. They want them to. They want them to cover up. This is in the Czech Republic. Of course, that's Eastern Europe. That is former Soviet Union. 4,700 coronavirus cases there. There's the nude sunbathers. Last week, was it earlier this week, we talked about going to the nude beaches. That was last week, vacationing at the nude beaches. And they're like, hey, get naked if you want to, but you got to cover your mouth. You got to cover your mouth, okay?
But your butthole's okay. Point it right at the sun.
Yeah. You can sun your buttholes all you want, but cover your mouth. What, Natalie? I can feel words emanating from your brain.
Well, it's just, what if the fart makes you
What if people
get
can
corona?
catch it from the methane?
Yeah.
I thought the sun and the heat slowed this down. Is it not heat resistant? I would think being on a nude
That's
beach
what
should
they
be.
speculate.
They say drink
They're
a lot of hot
speculating,
coffee.
but as of right now, I read the myths, and that's still one of the myths that the
Yeah.
heat. But I don't
But
think anybody
vitamin
knows.
D on your whole body
Is good.
is a good thing.
Is a good thing.
It is. And they are actually saying, that's one of the things I've heard, besides zinc, is you take more vitamin D. Now, Steve still thinks we're dealing with common cold because Steve is putting in like 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
I am
My
too.
threshold is about 2,000.
Well, I
I
know
am
your
too.
body will get to a point where it just starts pissing it out.
Yeah.
It actually can become toxic too.
Yeah, so I keep it at 2,000 a day.
And then Steve the other day was like, well, I think this rain probably is bringing it all down. I'm like, bro, this ain't pollen.
No, it's like it is like pollen. It spreads through droplets and
it's not.
air. So if it rains, it's gonna put it in the ground where
Yeah.
it came from.
Yeah.
It's been here all along. It ain't brand new.
It's kind of brand new.
No, it's not.
That's why they call it the novel coronavirus.
No,
It's brand
It's
new.
not new.
They're just now calling attention to it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
Been
with Steve.
inoculating cattle and dogs for it for
it's
years.
because of the pangolins, man. It's because of the pangolins.
But you thought, or there's some speculation that this has been around since at least November,
Yeah, because they had a spike in influenza
right?
symptoms, but people weren't testing positive for the flu.
So was it the corona?
So it could have been the corona, the
COVID.
Wu flu, the flu powder, the chop fluey. Could have been. I don't know.
Wu
We'll
flu
find out
Daipan?
when we come back. We were like strangers, lost souls in the night. Our love was in danger, and nothing was right. Our house was a prison with walls in between, a lonely partition. Then came quarantine. This has turned us into big red. Next we're drinking lots of beer, having wild sex.
know we were
Tell the
singing.
neighbors to close their blinds. Don't need no peeping toms tonight. Just put your arms around me. Let's make a 2021 baby. Like it's the last day of our lives, living that quarantine life.
There's people's inspiration. Go
There
have
you
sex.
Go get
Go
it.
do it.
Download it first. Download it
baby
and then upload yourselves. I don't know what that means, but
That
upload
baby-
a baby. You download the song and upload a baby.
That's so good.
Isn't it good?
I love that.
We'll quarantine bump. There you go.
You do realize that baby could be born in December, though.
Shut
As
up,
early
Steve.
as December
But
2020.
we are
Not till we
inspi-
flatten the curve.
Listen, I want people to listen to that for years and continue breeding
Yeah.
Okay.
And
to keep up
quarantining.
the make up for all the people who are dying right now.
My video wife CJ is sitting here from the Deplorable Choir. Has a new book coming out in May. Hey, listen, DJ, there's a priest, Lisbon. What? Guillermo Piejoto. He asked Pope Francis to bless his headphones. That's right. Coronavirus hit his tiny northern Portuguese town. So he became a DJ. So every Friday and Sunday night, Piejoto swaps his vestments for a T-shirt, turns up the volume, and presses play on Facebook to live stream some of his favorite tunes. Okay. Doors, take a breath and go for yours. On my command, now hit the dance floor. Gonna make you sweat till you bleed. Is that dope enough? Indeed. I pay the price to control the dice. I'm more precise. To the point, I'm nice. The music takes control of your heart. So anyway, Piejoto is rocking and rolling in Portugal. I mean, that's a quarantine song. It starts with doors.
I'm glad I stayed for this 9 minutes.
Yeah. You're not going to stay? You got to go do your thing. Finland is doing randomized coronavirus antibody testing. Who knew we would have to start using such big words? I mean, first there was Latin quid pro quo, and we were like, nobody. There was collusion. Man, a whole new vocabulary has come along.
I agree.
What, Candace?
Somebody on Twitter the other day posted that it had only been a month since Elizabeth Warren had dropped out of the race, and it feels like a lifetime since then.
Doesn't it? It feels like a lifetime. And
Only
has
a month.
anyone seen Elizabeth Warren and Carol Baskin in the same room?
No.
What were you going to say, Nat?
Nothing. That was funny.
Okay, there
I'm
you
back
go.
in.
That's good. You know how much I care about what Finland does? That much. Airbnb host reportedly listing rentals as COVID-19 retreats. Okay.
That sounds like a place you go to get it.
Yeah, these people in the UK, I've said it over. Y'all do crazy stuff, man. That's what they're doing. Essential travel is what they're saying. And people do still have to travel. Mm-hmm. I mean, you still have to travel. There's sometimes you have to do stuff.
Don't those Airbnb people need their income too? I mean, to pay for that second mortgage they have.
Yeah.
I'd say that's essential.
They do. What they're saying is essential travel doesn't include holidays and leisure travel, visits to second homes, and blah, blah, blah. They have to remain in their primary residence. But I'm getting out and about, man. Has anybody gotten on like Priceline and checked any travel rates and stuff?
Yes.
I'm going to Cuba for lunch.
Last weekend, me and my wife, we loaded up and went out to the garage for a couple hours.
I told you, Jade and I, we put 3 beers in every other room and go bar hopping.
Chad, I
What?
have a quick question for you about that. We had a Airbnb that our VRBO that we booked for our cheer competition in Florida. Needs to be canceled. Obviously, Summit has been all that's been canceled, but the VRBO owner will not let us out of it. They are forcing us to pay the full price for that VRBO. Now, I know that person, at least the deposit makes a lot of sense, but I'm asking.
No, it's an act of God.
Well, it's an act of God, and VRBO wrote them and said, you need to let them out of this, and they still won't.
Well,
So do we just cancel the credit card?
I bet the courts of the United States will let you out of it.
I have a feeling we're going to dispute it because it's just kind of,
As you should.
or use it as a credit for next year. I don't know, but doing that to somebody, I understand they have bills to pay, but
the problem is they've already spent that money that you already sent them. It's gone.
oh no, it isn't.
I mean, look, I got a promoter in Napa, California, still owes me $17,000. Piss that away.
yeah,
I mean, they owe me money, and they're not going to do it. And another thing I could do about it.
that's a hot topic, though. Is that
I ain't
what
got
do you
the
do?
energy
You
to
see
go
both. I
spend-
really do see both sides.
I'm not going to go spend $17,000 on a lawyer to try to get $17,000
Correct.
out of a show promoter.
Yeah.
Scoundrel. I ain't doing no more shows with him. We've all taken a hit. We've all taken a hit. I mean, look, I've had to reschedule and cancel shows. Nobody's sending me money.
Plane tickets that you had to eat.
We've had to eat them. We've had to eat them. There's a Texas family that's hosting a prom on the porch. When I read that headline, I misread it. I thought it said porn on the porch. Because coronavirus, of course, cancels the school dance.
Pornporch.com. That's a great website.
Porn porch.
Porn Porch.
Oh, Steve.
That's a nice ring to it.
Highland High School called off the highly anticipated big dance. So they're sprucing up the space with household decor, stars, and festive lighting. They're preparing. This is the Chapmans. They're preparing their porch for the very own outdoor promenade. I don't know how that's going to work, but
You're going to get that broken up.
yeah. I'm going to need to call the law on you. Sit there across the street with your blinds down like that. Tell everybody, I'd like to report a crime.
I mean, that's what's happening.
That is what's happening. Police state, nanny state.
Get arrested for walking your dog.
That's true.
Come in here.
Come in. You are the first. You are special, CJ, and you know you are.
You going to get in trouble for this?
No, you're the first person we've allowed to come in outside of this crew. Candace will probably cuss me out later on. How dare you? I'm like,
Sorry, Candace.
she's clean. She brought the bees and everything.
And
My truck, though, she pulls up and she sends me a text message. She said, your truck is covered with bees. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
it's like a plague.
Yeah, there was like a big mob of them in the wheel well
I
of
took
my
that
truck.
as a sign because I technically should not have left. And then
didn't
it's like
get
a biblical bee swarm when I
I
walked
don't
up.
think bees are biblical. I don't
Yes,
think
it
so.
is.
Locusts.
Oh, that was the animal.
Locusts.
That was it.
Yeah. This guy's going to jail probably. Man carries large American flag on a 7-mile run to honor workers battling coronavirus. God bless you, Chris Walben.
Wait.
Holiday, Florida.
He's going to jail?
He's out. No. But he's got a big 6 by 10 foot American flag. He's running with it. He's out in public. Be careful, Chris. They'll get you.
See, he's by himself, and he's not around people.
Did
and
you
he's-
not see the deal the other day where they arrested that dude for surfing? He was out there paddleboard surfing
And see,
in the
and
thing, and he was
that's
all by himself.
That's bullshit, too.
It is
Unless-
bullshit.
And then you're getting exposed by the cops that are, they're exposing him.
The thing about it is, if he was social distancing from, just have a hard time with the whole.
Well, the whole thing's
Telling
play
you
that
you
play the
can't do
Purge
something.
siren again.
Oh,
Candace, play it. Here it comes. That's right.
Why did that turn down?
You better get in the house. The siren's going on.
If you have a crescent moon somewhere on a tower in your neighborhood, it
sounds like
that's the Mormon
calling
call to
for
prayer.
for the Muslim prayer.
It goes back to how quickly we're being controlled by the government.
I know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like
Quick.
it, man. Pisses
Didn't
me
take
off.
much
Just
either.
in the name of safety, that's scary how fast people just give up.
But listen, people have been doing some good things for each other. They still have been doing some, they're carrying the flag, they're being patriotic and all that stuff. They're doing some good things. Waving rent, all
We're
kind of
checking
stuff.
on our neighbors.
Yeah.
I make sure they stay on their yard.
Be right back. Now, look, you might play my wife in the video, but you're not the boss of me. You don't tell me what to do.
I tell everybody what to do.
I know. You don't tell me what to do. You have spent your entire life not hearing the word no.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
It's funny how fast you got to know me from a video.
Exactly. Exactly. That's all it took. One smack on the ass. Go to watchchad.com. That's where you need to go. That's where all the fun stuff is. And also, please go leave us a 5-star rating and a good review. We deserve it. We need it. It keeps us up. It gives Candace a job. It keeps her gainfully employed and everybody satisfied. And I don't like being on the bottom of the whatever. I don't like being on the bottom rung. Coming for you, Beck. CJ.
Huh?
Thanks for braving the elements and hanging out with us. And let's go write some more good songs.
Let's do
and
it.
record them.
Make people laugh.
Make people laugh and have a good time.
Bring joy.
People love that song. They love that video.
There's more where that came from.
There's a bunch more.
Heck yeah.
We got them in the bag, ready to go.
Watch out, world.
I think our video should just get more and more risque.
Yeah, and can we call ourselves the Bumpin' Cousins?
We're gonna call that's the group name. We're gonna call ourselves the Bumpin' Cousins. You heard it here first. The Bumpin' Cousins. I think it's a great name. The BCs,
Let
Bumping
the
Cousins. Hey, we'll
rumors
talk to
fly.
you next time. God bless you. Bye.